Hello everyone, and welcome back to another stream of the AOR Assetto Corsa League with the Porsche Cup in Season 3 here, round number 6 of the season. As per usual, I'm Ycoms and I'll be joined by Phil. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, it has been an awesome season so far, but I think this calendar, I'm such a fan of this calendar so far. These tracks we had this season were absolutely awesome, and well, the track today is going to be no different.
And we are at the flat but windy Silverstone. Not that it's windy on here, I would guess, but Silverstone all the same.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, what a circuit. This is one of the most iconic tracks, you know, in the world, really. So fun to drive in open wheel cars, and also especially also for the for the GT3 cars, and also for the Porsche. I guess it's, you know, very fun to drive these kind of corners, really, of this historic circuit. 12 laps will await us, 18 turns, and yeah, we will probably see laps around about 206, 207, I guess. So we will see what the drivers can do. And Natsuki taking pole position. I think that might be his first of the season. Matt taking second. Char third, Laxo fourth, Jeff fifth, already 7/10 down on the pole lap. Dazzy Oz in sixth, then Morvig in seventh. Very strong result for him. Only a second race in the season. Then PNK, Tom Bridle, and Maisie rounding up the top 10. And yeah.
So outside of the top 10, we have Centro in 11th and Claessens in 12th. Exited in 13th with David Tiska 14th. Vernux, new to the league and rookie and first time in here, in 15th, with Andrex only 16th, slightly surprisingly. Heinze in 17th with Nick Meadow in 18th. Dangerous at Gianetta and Simon Roa Hussum. That's what I'm going to go with.
Husum.
Roa Husum. Yeah, I can do things. Rounding out the top 20, we then have Nostra in 21st with Pedro in 22nd. Microlander 23rd with Bless Fade in 24th. Berserkmere in 25th. Astra Taslani in 26th. Grubby in 27th with Infected Space in 28th. Oguzan, who we saw off the track a little bit at the end of the race there, or qualifying in 29th with Humaga Adrian, the star of or one of the stars of the reverse grid race last time out, in 30th. Ricardo Machera in 31st with Emin and Babaoglu in 32nd, and rounding out the final row is you and me.
Going to be interesting how this plans out. We got 5-6 lights here for the race one in at Silverstone, and they are out. Let's go back to the pits. Oh, there's someone straight into the barrier. I'm not sure who that was. Seems like that might have been Bless Fate or something like that. And everyone is going through the first couple of corners. Sansuke still maintaining the lead. Laxo has got chaff here, it seems like, the first couple of corners. And apart from that, I think a very clean start throughout the field.
Yeah, no, it absolutely seems the case. I think there might have been a couple of contacts at the back there, but I think they might have already been further. We had no, it's David Sisker actually, I think, who was involved, in Nick Meadow. So they're towards the back now, but otherwise, yeah, it was perfectly clean. Not sure what happened to Bless Fade, didn't see it myself. But yeah, looks like Laxo has jumped ahead of Shaft.
Yep, definitely. He was also pressuring, you know, Matt quite heavily, as PNK jumped up the inside of Luffield of Morvik there. And I think he's got that position done, so very aggressive driving there from PNK. Very aggressive, I would say, but he's made it stake up into 7th place at the moment for the Porsche Repsol racing car. Oh, running wide though into Cops. Yeah, that's very easy to do, and I think you're gonna you know, pick up a slowdown there as well. But he's staying ahead for the moment, so I think you can either slow it down or you can get 3 warnings, as far as I'm concerned, with this penalty system they're using at the moment. So definitely people have to watch out, especially on this track. There are a lot of occasions they can accidentally run off the track, yeah, by taking too much speed into it. So yeah, drivers have to be careful about that one. Morvik defending from David from Tom Bridle though. Top 3 pretty close together. Yeah, Sansuke trying to pull away from the other. Oh, that's Chav completely missing his braking point, and he has touched Matt there as well. I think he's dropped back quite a bit here. He's still round actually, so that's very, very unfortunate for the Spadix Autosport guy there, and I think that will drop him down quite a bit. We'll have the inside line here for Silverstone. Yes.
You said exit.
I said exit. Oh, sorry. And
you got the exit right.
Yeah. He exited right.
There you go.
Seems like that Movic though is defending from his teammate who is right behind him as well in P10. That's Vernox, but he nearly ran into the back end of Exeter as well. So, but he's keeping it behind. He's keeping it steady, Movic at the moment. So that's pretty good to see. Let's see quickly gaps at front. Sansuke 2:05.6 on his first flying lap. That is ridiculously quick. Matt also with a 2:05. So the top 3 pretty close on pace, but Sansuke had a little bit of a better first lap, I think. So he has pulled away a little bit on that particular occasion, and it is up to Matt and Laxo to catch him. While Dazzy Oz jumped up into 4th, and Centro dropped down to 11th.
Oh, that's an interesting development there. Yeah, I wonder what's happened. Is once again close. Quite close to Matt. He's not going to be close enough for a lunch here. Not into Brooklands anyway. But he'll look to, again, try and put cars offline. Make them go deep into this corner. Make them go deep into that corner. Just get them a little bit rattled so that you can get on the throttle a little bit earlier and start pressuring them into other corners. Keep them making them... Keep that pressure up is the best way to pass around Silverstone.
Yep. I definitely agree on that one as well. Let's have a look at the midfield once again. Yeah, Dazios considerably dropping back from Jeff there, and it seems like that P&K has got a little bit of a gap now towards Exited and Tom Bridle behind. So this group here is definitely closing in. Oh, that's someone. Sansuke slowing down.
Oh yeah, he's lost the lead.
He's lost the lead, yeah. I'm not sure what happened there. If he got this, I don't know. If he made a mistake into cops or something. Because he was just very, very slow in the exit there and just waited for some cars to get through. I'm not sure. Maybe he had just lost it through cops. That might have been the case. And if that's the case, then it's very, very unfortunate because he was looking so strong in his first 5 laps.
He certainly was, yeah. That's it's our fault. It's our fault. We both tipped him for the win, and now he's yeah.
Not again. We did it again.
We have to stop. But that does mean that Laxo versus Matt is now for the lead of the race.
Yep.
So that could be quite interesting. Will Laxo finally will he return to the winning ways of race 1?
Yeah, well, he hasn't won a race in 3 races now, which is very, very disappointing. I mean, you know.
It is. And speaking of potentially losing position, Laxo versus Matt again. I think this is the closest Laxo has ever been. He's right there with him. But I think Matt's, again, he's had a better exit through that. Laxo seems to be faster through the left-hander, but then Matt seems to have him on the right. So they're sort of equally matched, but it looks like Matt's taken a slight defensive line this time. So Laxo's going to have a better run through. Oh, he has a little bit of wiggle. They're possibly touching the grass on the outside. And he's going to lose. Yep, going to lose a whole bunch of time there.
Definitely.
So yeah.
That might give Matt just a little bit of an edge. As we know now, we're already at the end of the penultimate lap now.
Oh, P&K has had a slide at Stowe, so he's going to lose a whole handful of positions. And exited down the inside as well. Is that going to be Andrex? No, Andrex didn't quite. Well, actually, speaking of, exited must have done something good because he's back ahead of Andrex. Oh, Andrex did get P&K in the end, and Maisie's going to get P&K. Oh, it's not gone well for P&K in this last lap. Although Maisie has a, that's exited into the wall. I think he might have got it spun back into the right direction though, so he's not going to lose too many positions.
Yeah, there's only 1 lap to go. If he doesn't have too much damage, he might hold on to a 2P12 here. Hopefully, at least, for him. But yeah, there might have been a slight tap with Andrex there. I'm not too sure, but it might have been the case, really. But yeah, that means Andresen up into P9. And Centro still in P7 there. And it seems like, though, that Sansuke and Tom Bridle are very, very close together. Can Tom Bridle defend from Sansuke for the remainder of this lap? He's going defensive into Brooklands. He's doing a good job of keeping it tight there. Yeah, it seems like that Sansuke has so much more pace in this car, really. If he does a good job at Maggots and Beckett's Chapel, he may have a run once again into the final couple of corners. But I now want to skip back to the lead, as there's a car off. Please don't go back to the racing line, my friends. There we go. Now the lead has come round, and Matt has a very, very good run once again out of this section, out of the section, and I think Laxo won't have any more opportunities to overtake Matt here. And yeah, out of the four, we thought one of them would win the race. Matt was probably, you know, our least favorite, I guess, to win the race, because he has not been too consistent this season, with making mistakes in some of the races, dropping him a little bit further than his original pace would be. But he's coming around the final corner. But I quickly want to see as well what Tom Bridle and Sansuke are doing. Matt is winning the race in front of Laxo, but Tom Bridle has managed to defend from Sansuke, it seemed like.
Yeah, he put his car in a nice defensive position into Stowe, and yeah, kept that position. Oh, who we got there? Is that P&K? Maisie?
Yeah.
It is. Oh, around the outside from P&K. No, he's not going to get that done. Maisie's going to hold on to that position unless he makes a mistake out of here, but I very much doubt it. Oh, I say that. P&K is the one that makes a slight error. Look, but he will maintain that position ahead of Exted and Morvik there.
Yep. Nostra will finish in 14th. What happened to Microlander then? Microlander down in 23rd. That's very unfortunate. Humuga Adrian coming home in 21st. Astrid Aslani 22nd. Microlander will down in 23rd. And he's spinning as well. Oh, he's actually saving it. Oh, he's actually saved it. Nice save there, I guess.
Okay, so sitting on pole position is Emin Baboglu. In second place, it is his, I believe it's his countryman, Oguzan.
Yeah.
And then in third place, we have Infected Space. In fourth, we have Ricardo Machera. Fifth, Berserkmere. And sixth, Blessfade. What happened? What's, oh my god?
Nah, I did some things I just messed up for me. It's fine.
Ah, okay. Interrupting my grid.
Sorry.
That's okay. We're cool. And so, moving on to seventh, we have Nick Meadow. Eighth is Microlander. Ninth, Astrid Aslani. And 10th is Humaga Adrian. Can he repeat his sprint race of Spa? Maybe.
Yeah.
In 11th, it's Heinze with Scharf in 12th. Which is interesting. Is he in 12th?
He's in 12th.
Says he's in 12th.
Yeah,
Huh.
he says he's in 12th. What the hell?
I can't get rid of this, but yeah, he's okay. Shaft's in 12th then. Grubby is in 13th with Dangerous Gianetta in 14th. David Siska is in 15th with Claessens in 16th. Nostra 17th, Simon 18th, Morvik 19th, and Exted in 20th. P&K in 21st with Maisie in 22nd, Andrex second in the championship, 23rd on the grid, which is not a surprise because it's a reverse grid. So we do this whole thing.
He might not be anymore since Matt's now won the race.
Oh, Matt, yeah, that's a good point. Matt could be second in the championship.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see what the point gap is between Andrex and Laxa after this race. So Andrex, sorry, in 23rd. Centro 24th, Dazzy Oz 25th, Sansuke, pole sitter from last race, is in 26th. And that's going to be an interesting one. We saw his racecraft in the previous race, and he's going to be an exciting one to watch for sure. Tom Bridle in 27th, and Jeff in 28th. Laxo 29th, and Matt 30th with your lap cars in Vernex in 31st, and Pedro should be 32nd, but he is not here. So, Vernex DNF'd in 31st, and Pedro, who should be here, was DNF'd in 32nd, but not racing. And we're on the lights. You can do that bit.
Yay! 6 lights here once again at Silverstone for race number 2, and they are out. Let's go straight back into coming to the mode here. Let's have a look at the first couple of corners. Oguzan has already spun, and JamieFoppele as well. I can't believe what I've just witnessed. Infected Space up into the lead. Blessfade in second.
Yeah. We're in some serious situation right now.
They just both spun at turn number 1. The front row has spun at turn number 1. Not sure if they had a contact or not.
There was contact indeed. It looked like it was a very, very ambitious dive bomb from whoever was on the inside. Not 100% sure who that was, but yes, it hasn't gone well for them. And I think there was some secondary contact as well as other cars. Ricardo Machera, I think it was, may have been rejoining the track in an unsafe place, got contact with, I think, exited, and then spun around and then had contact with Laxo. So he's doing a good job with the Neon guys. Hopefully Laxo's not too damaged, because I'd like to see him come through the field. Speaking of coming through the field, I mean, Shaft's already 5th and he started 12th, so
that's good.
Not bad.
It's not bad at all. Micro now with the 3rd as well, pressuring Blessfade now as well. We know Micro has some, you know, decent pace most of the time, but now Chav as well has to get by Astrid Aslani, which is always interesting. Oh my god, that's an interesting line there for Astrid into Maggots. Oh, it's so close actually behind as well with Maisie, I think, and all the other guys there. There's such a huge group there. I'm going to stand well with Chav for the moment. As Astrid goes defensive actually on him. He has to go around the outside as Micro also had a little bit of a look there. And can Chav do it around the outside of Stowe? I think he has done it. Very, very good move there.
Indeed, very good move. And now Astrid has to be worryful of Nick Meadow, and he looks like he's going to defend that position. Yep. So, yeah, that's all, my lord. Was that Robbie?
Yeah.
Woo.
What a dive bomb and what a move. He slowed it down. Fair enough. But definitely just the fact must have broken like 50 meters earlier. That side by side into turn between Simon and Maisie is already up into 12th as well. Very good race there, opening laps there for Maisie. And he's now side by side once again with Simon. He has to get inside up for turn 3. If he cannot break him, he might get the move done. And that's P number 11 now for Maisie. So very, very good. Sansuke up into P14 already.
It's been one of those ones where I think a lot of people have moved up and some people haven't. But yeah, as you say, Sharp is really doing. Oh wow, he's actually on the inside of Blessfade here.
Microlander got through then.
Microlander? Oh yes, so he did. Of course he did. Right there, number second. Number second? Number 2. Yeah.
Yep. Chav up the inside now, but I think Blessfade actually made a very good job there at defending that position into Cups. Around the outside.
Did. Certainly did. It looked like he had the momentum coming off of the Luffield corner.
Yeah, it's very, very, very tight line there for Infected Space, and I think that's going to get Microlander a very, very good run here out of Chapel. Might not be close enough, really, to make a move into Stowe. He might try anyway, though, because the difference in speed might be there. Here we go, into Stowe. A bit better line. Yeah, Infected Space running very, very wide indeed, and that's gonna give Microlander the position for P1 for the moment for Microlander. Chav trying to go around the outside of Club and Vale, and it doesn't quite work out for him at the moment. And Nick Meadow behind him as well, doing a very, very good job. Also pulled away from Astrid quite a bit, did Nick Meadow, and is now up into 5th place.
Yeah, he's gone through and he's decided, right, I'm going to drive away from you. I tell you, someone, Blessfade is doing a really, really good job right now. Oh,
look at this train from Nostra down to I don't know.
Why do I say things?
Huh?
Why do I say things? I just said that Blessfade was doing a good job, and then he spun.
It's so close as well in that midfield. Jesus Christ, I'm not sure why there hasn't been a bigger crash as well.
Yeah, well, Blessfade's come to join them now, so maybe that's what he wanted to do. He heard you talking about helping this midfield up, and he was just like, I want to be part. Oh my god! Whoa! Simon looks like he's just trying to squeeze Andrex onto the grass a little bit there. Andrex is going to say, no, I'm not having any of that. And he's going to drive right around the outside.
And he's on the move. Nice move there from Andrex despite some issues. That's Sansuke trying to go up the inside of someone there. That was the Zerkmir, if I'm not mistaken. Really do, really. If you don't get the exits right, if you can't break at the same type of things, then it doesn't matter then it doesn't matter really how good your defensive skills are. If you just don't have the pace, there's limited time to defend really. As Ashton actually got Sansuke threw something up the inside there, and they're gonna be 3 wide.
3 wide.
Down the hangar straight down into Uppsala. A little bit of a touch there between Blessford and Astrid. And I'm not sure if Blessford is really aware that they are 3 wide. Astrid is backing out of that, and Blessford has overtaken 2 cars in 1 corner.
That's pretty good. I was sort of half distracted by your super technical term of braking at the same thingsies, which is probably the best.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good move from Blessford. He's just decided to pull it around the outside of 2 cars. It looked like there was a bit of contact between both Blessford and Astra as they were coming down the straight, and he was just like, I'm not having any of that. I'm not happy with bumping. I'm coming round. And Sansuke once again passes Blessfade, so it's all sort of repeating itself right now. It's a good move from Sansuke down into turn 1, actually.
Yep, definitely.
It's going to be tight here, though, so Blessfade might have a possibility to come back.
I was rather watching Nick Meader nearly threw something up the inside of Infected Space, but he was a very, very late defensive move there from from Infected Space, but he managed to defend. Welcome Mini Marin in the chat, by the way. Hello, man. And it seems like that the Chaff is really closing in on Microlander. 2054 was his last lap, so yeah, definitely Chaff has got some pace in this.
So he needs to gain. I don't think he'll do it, but he needs 45 points. So you'd have to win this race with Andrex not scoring any. So it doesn't look like that will be the case this time. Ooh. But it could eliminate. He has the potential to eliminate Matt from the standing, or the chance of winning.
Yeah. Well, currently he's in P6. He will throw maybe something up the inside there of Blessfade. He does so. They're going side by side, but Blessfade doing a good job there, holding it around the outside. As he was also late on the brakes. Uppsala, a little bit of contact there. He's gonna allow Nostra to go up the inside once again. A little bit of contact between the two. That's gonna help Nostra, and he's gonna lose the position to Jeff once again. While the leaders are still non-touched. Microlander still leading in front of Chaff, which is ridiculous. I thought by now Chaff would have gone through. He just seems very, very cautious.
Oh, you've said it now.
Why did I say that now?
We shouldn't say things. We should just stop doing this.
Yeah, just stop streaming. Stream is gonna die. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Good race. We'll see you all next week. Well, or will we? So he has that. Oh no, Mike. Okay, well, Micro actually holds on to the position, so we were right. We knew what we were talking about.
That's Sansuke up the inside of Nick Mido. That's interesting.
That is close, and Laxo doing the same thing to Blessfade. So there's 3 attempts at overtaking into the same corner, and all the people defending have
achieved it.
Have held on. Yeah.
Very, very, very well done there by all 3 drivers. And yeah, it's really a miracle to me how Microlander is still in the lead. It's either just incredible defensive skills, or it's Chav as well being very, very sensitive as he has been last week as well. I
think that's a fair point.
Woo!
Yeah, it's wow, Lexo attempting the move here on Blessfade. I want to say is like these is it the Monster Energy or is it the Mad Racing the team with Blessfade and no,
Blessfade is Hoonigan Red.
Hoonigan Red. So it's no, that's like oh my lord, that's many rounds from Lexo.
Yeah.
Spins. That's the word, not arounds.
He's got tapped in the back by Jeff there. Unfortunately, he's lost the position to Blessfade. Nostra has gained the position of Jeff there.
It's well, maybe these guys just know how to put their car in the right places.
Here comes Sansuke once again round the outside. This time round, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I thought that's not gonna work really.
Just kind of turned into him and then turned back out onto the gravel. And is he going to lose the position to Blessfade? He's going to be close. Well, yeah, he's definitely going to lose. Oh, is he? Oh, Blessfade's giving him a lot of room there. Rather nicely, rather sensibly, in fact, then. But yeah, he has got the position. But that means Laxo is now going to be right on the back of both of these guys again. So this has helped Laxo a little bit. Yep. Can he move himself up to 4th? That'll probably be the end of Laxo's run once he gets to 4th. But yeah, this is some good stuff from all of them. These guys right now.
Yep, definitely. Ooh, once again into turn 1. Seems like that turn 1 is really a territory for these fast guys to overtake. Some of them. That's Laxo up the inside now of Sansuke. Very, very close between, touching the wheels a little bit. And I think Sansuke a little bit forced there by Laxo, but I think it has been a legitimate move by the Neon Racing driver. Very, very straightforward. And I think Laxo really wants to get this position from Blessfade very, very quickly to dispatch Sansuke, because he knows this guy is very, very fast anyway.
It's Sharp versus Microlander side by side out of Luffield. Microlander looks like he's possibly going to lose the position here, but he is on the inside.
And he's ahead, slightly.
And he's slightly ahead. This is surprising because... oh, and he's going to keep that position. Oh, wow. Good job. He got that. Oh, you're so easy to get the braking just wrong when you're on that inside line. And oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, oh, Blessfade was like a jet fighter there. He was just spinning across the line and Beyblade coming back across the track. But luckily, does seem to have avoided everyone.
Nostra must have had a heart attack there.
I would imagine so. As oh, Sansuke versus Laxo. Laxo is dropping. Oh, he's lifted off there. And so Sansuke back ahead of Laxo. And Sansuke runs a little bit wide. Oh, he's going. Oh, I thought he might have just driven off the track there, but no, he's done a very good job to keep it together. Yeah, this is now going to be a battle between these guys. Quite a big one, I suspect.
So many times this season already, really. And I think he has a very, very good chance to do so again. Very good exit here once again for Nostra, and I think that's him for it. But Microlander, for the 2nd time this season, race number 2 win goes to him. What a defensive drive it has been for him. I really didn't think he would have stayed any chance against Shaft, but he did. He defended, and Shaft is going home in 3rd. And Nick Meadow as well. What a race it has been for him. 3rd for him. Defending for, well, in a short battle with Sansuke after he, Sansuke coming home in 4th. Then Laxo in 5th, while Jeff is in 6th, so that's interesting as well. Nostra in 7th, and PNK and Nazi Oz and Andrex rounding up the total. So Andrex recovered actually to 10th. So the championship is not decided just yet. Good. Then now it's your duty doing Microlander.
Micro! Hello!
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, apparently they told me I wasn't allowed to interview you whilst you're in the toilet, so we have to settle right here instead.
I'll make it was quick, so.
Yeah. Well, okay, so, well, you did it again.
That really surprised me. I think I wasn't expecting that, especially of how fast T-Shaft was behind me, but somehow managed to fence. But that was great racing from the both of us.
Yeah, well, we actually said at the time, I mean, when we saw the laps that Shaft was putting in, he was putting in almost 2 seconds a lap quicker, so we sort of thought, well, it's probably going to be a formality when he catches Microlander, and we were very wrong. We were very surprised that you, well, I say surprised, we were surprised just because of the pace difference, but yeah, you didn't put a single foot wrong in that battle, apart from possibly one moment going wide, and that's probably all I can remember.
Yeah, I had a couple moments where I was like sliding about and nearly lost it, but somehow I managed to catch it. Unlike in the first race where I went terribly wrong, but put that behind me.
That happens sometimes.
It does.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a win again, and I mean, it's not like you didn't have good pace either. So, yeah, if maybe perhaps if that race one had gone maybe a little bit better, you know, probably would have been more satisfying over the thing. But yeah, it's just sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it was really great. I'm just really happy about I'm happy with the win, but I'm also just happy with the actual racing I had. The T-Shaft, it was so close on the edge. I can't get over that.
Yeah, no, as I say, it did look very very good out there. You had to put up a strong defense and also not make mistakes. And I know how difficult that is when you're leading to not, especially when the guy behind you, you know, is so quick. It's almost, it's usually, well, I don't think I've seen anyone hold on to a position like that in a long time. So it's some strong stuff from you there.
I think that's why I held on to it better, because I was under less pressure, thinking he'd get past me. So I was like, okay, I'll try and defend, see what happens. Like over the time, I started noticing, oh, he hasn't overtaken here, so I might be able to take a better line, get a better exit, and I just started learning like that, and I started to use that against him, and yeah, it worked really well.
Yeah, and how do you think your pace was overall in Silverstone? You think that had anything to do with it, or?
My pace wasn't great today. I joined practice quite late as well, so kind of on the back foot going into it. But yeah, I'm happy with how it went. The consistency in race 2. I just looked at the statistics, and it was second best at 99.5%. So we're very pleased with that.
Yeah, that's very strong. And I guess finally, what? I mean, you've got 2 wins now. Do you think you can get a 3rd or even a 4th, or maybe you can get all of them, all the remaining wins for the remaining of the season? What do you think? What do you think what you should target for the rest of the season?
I don't know. Just more. I try and just want to aim for more top 10s. A win is great, but I think it's quite far fetched because it's how close everyone is in this league. And anything can happen.
Yeah, it absolutely can. Well, again, congratulations on another win, and yeah, well, it came in very spectacular fashion, and let's see if going into the future you can do the same.
Yeah, hopefully it will. So, cheers for that.
All right, and that is McPhilen. I think he can be moved, and I think he just got moved.
Yeah, we will see you next week again for the same time at round number 7 of the AOR Assetto Corsa League for the Porsche Cup in Season 3. Bye bye.
Goodbye.